What's up, Eric? How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. You shot out a cannon again today. Just
Right
straight up
back.
shot out.
Right out the get go.
Right out the get go.
How you doing, dude?
I'm all right.
Okay,
I'm
good.
all right. I'm a little tired, but I know I
Welcome.
I can't complain because you have your schedule that actually you've been up longer. But for us people that get to lay around in bed a little longer, you know, sitting through real work today is like it was brutal.
It was a short-lived retirement, I'll tell you that much. But it was
Except for I worked hard.
Fun. No, yeah, it was fun, and you worked harder than you did when
everybody makes fun of me for that short-lived retirement.
You know what? Hey, you have a purpose.
Yes,
you have a purpose.
That's exactly it. There's some sort of purpose, right? So, Eric, how was your week, buddy?
My week was pretty good, Mike.
Yeah.
I can't remember what happened this week, but it was pretty cool.
You just seem so.
Listen, I'm double shirted today, dude. I don't know if I'm feeling fatter than normal. I don't have this sweater. Well, I didn't go sweater today because I'm like the sun's out.
It wouldn't be the first time you took off a shirt on the show.
No, not at all. You want to see my nipple?
No, please.
We have to put a whole
a suckle on my nipple.
Would you like to suck on my nipple? I got teats, fucker.
Okay.
That was far.
How was your week?
My week was good. Still can't remember it.
Any of it?
Nope, not even since 35 seconds ago.
I was in training today. So
how was your week?
It was good. I mean,
yeah.
It was, you know, enjoyed Monday and Tuesday and having that little bit of freedom, and then Wednesday came and it was actually super kick back. I mean, I got all my new stuff set up, so it was pretty kick back.
Good.
Yeah.
Sunday night was fun.
What'd you do Sunday night? Weren't you working?
We were on a podcast.
Oh yeah,
we had an interview
Saturday night. That's why you're messing with me.
Oh yeah, Sunday.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Thank you.
Saturday night was fun.
We were on the Shadow Mark podcast, which we posted all over social media.
Yeah, that was cool. Dudes are good, man. Those are good dudes.
TJ.
It's refreshing to see veterans actually taking hold. I gotta look this way. I'm looking. Hi. The new setup still got me, dude. The new setup's got me because I still want to look at you and talk, and it's hard.
Yeah, no, that's what we do.
Yeah. So
look at me too. There's no absolute rules. It's our effing show.
I like that. Love it. No, it's cool to see veterans start to do podcasts, like actually do podcasts, not just be on them. It gives them a whole different hey, Tamara Pulido, thanks for sponsoring the Contagion Effect show. TamaraPulidoMortgage.com. Tamara Pulido at Realtor Services.
Stay on your story, buddy. No squirrels.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see veterans. I mean, we've got 3 good dudes. Well, more than 3 dudes. There's like 5 of them, but there's 3 good podcasts out there that we've had on the show. Well, 2, and we have another one on today who is part here. His other part's not here. He's got to work. Real life sucks.
Real life sucks.
Yeah. So the podcasts are happening. Sit Rip 22, which is called Every Second Counts with Tom Ettinger. Go check that out. I think he's got like his 3rd episode out.
Yep.
True, just straightforward, no bullshit.
Not gonna play.
Love the guy. It's great, right? I mean, it's nice to see veterans doing podcasts.
Words to action.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you know, we got some news on that coming up later next
Hopefully
week.
Any day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just throwing it out there.
As soon as he arrives, his shipment arrives.
His shipment.
We're waiting for his shipment to arrive.
Yeah.
When his shipment arrives, we will have a big announcement and officially get the Sit Rep 22 clothing brand
getting rolling.
Yes.
Rolling.
So
yeah,
with that,
it's awesome. Yeah. And the other one I stumbled across just thumbing through different things is the two drunk dudes in a gun room. They're going to be joining us here in a little bit. What? We're going to pay some dues.
What?
And you know, like I said, half the show is going to be joining us. Donald Dunn. That's hard. That's going to be tricky. It's tricky to rock around to rock. That's just about the only rap that we have on the show so far. I can't get no response back from
so far
the rap Marine. You damn right. Hey,
Mikey
hey,
said you were hiding.
hey, I got 2 bags. I got 2 backpacks.
See,
I'm not the one that was sick all week.
We were talking about trucking. And,
Yeah. I've already said I'm not a trucker.
Now the truth comes out.
No, our other partner who, hey, everybody, good morning. How you doing? Is he not on, is he?
No, well, I can't tell who's on, but.
No, yeah. Hey, I would have went, but they didn't have no portion trucks for that 315 bid. That's all I'm saying.
And our buddy Jason Steiner, who's
Bet
actually
stock
been
2023.
Wait, Jason Steiner.
Jason,
did you just call it Vet Stock? I thought it had a name change.
Vet Stock. Come on, Hero Stock. Come on.
Even
we got you.
We know that, and we're not even running it. Come on, man. Look at this. Speaking of another trucker.
What the heck?
We haven't
talk about some big moves.
We haven't seen. I guess we go back on Facebook and
Eric V. I'm telling you, dude. Facebook. Hey, listen, Facebook's where it's at. I just proved that today on one of my reels. I put a bunch of Disney pictures together with the Disney music, and my kid was sitting next to me, and I'm like, hey, check this out. Boom, sent it off. Went, took a shower, came back in. 30 minutes later, I had 500 views. She tries to make some stupid thing with their dog.
Look at Hero Stock. Thank you, Jason.
Jeez.
I mean, you guys are the ones that changed the name.
As my grandma would say, Azazoosh.
What?
Azazoosh. Oh my God. She also said Bejamaku.
I can guess what the Portuguese.
And Queckish.
The Portuguese.
Queckish is underwear.
All right, we better keep going.
Calaboca. I heard that all the time. Calaboca.
All right. With that said, let's not forget we need to hook up our buddy Gary Miller, who I actually just spoke to a little bit ago. Yeah, I fit in like 5 minutes. If you need a tax person, this is your guy. So
No, you don't.
We're gonna shut up. You already got your
it's already spent too.
Yeah, well,
thank God for being debt free.
You already got your taxes done. I will tell you, if you need a tax person, this is the guy. He is a veteran. He's a Marine Corps veteran. If you need him though, you're gonna have to file an extension because he's
an everything veteran, dude.
Oh,
he's everything.
Hey, but he used the Marine Corps to get all his degrees and
he did it the right way. Hey, no, seriously though, if you do need a tax guy, you're gonna have to file an extension. He's booked out, and the bigger this guy gets, the harder it is to get a slot. So
and he can do anywhere in the country because he can meet with you via Zoom, and the dude's amazing. And he's got a great attitude.
Dude, I tell you what, man, you get him a cup of coffee and some honey.
Yeah, but he doesn't. You're not allowed to do that with him. He freaks out about that.
Maybe it's your house. He had 2 pots of coffee over at my house. And he's an apiary too. He's all mad because I didn't get his honey. I'm like, I didn't know there was Miller apiaries.
Well, let's go ahead.
Wild honey, by the way.
Let's go listen to him.
I just want that guitar. I just want a little bit more of that Shannon.
Eric is on one today. You must be tired.
Honey, honey, I told you, I got you.
Murky. It's that wild.
That wild honey.
Exactly.
I got some of that wild honey.
We don't want to waste too much time. So
gotta get to it.
Let's go get us a little Scotty in our lives, and then
Scotty Hastings is going to be playing at the Hero Stock.
Yes,
2023.
They did
in some small town in Nebraska.
You're so funny.
Such an asshole. I get it.
All right, let's get some Scotty.
Do it.
Yeah, the times and places they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home, yeah, sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell.
Hero Stock before I get called out.
Yeah,
Hero
we already
stock.
had that conversation.
Hero stock.
What's up, Everyday Saturday? Did we get him, scheduled? We didn't follow up.
I've got January, February, March. I've got March
Pretty much filled.
30th. I think we have 30th, open.
Yeah.
I want to say I sent a message to some dude.
We'll follow up. Whoa.
I don't think we've been a month ahead. We're like a full month. Like,
oh no, March is
full. April's already got people.
It was and then your schedule changed, so we had to kind of slow down.
Then we had to go to Sunday. That was horrible, people. I apologize for that Sunday. That's not going to happen unless I retire.
The Sundays are terrible.
Sundays are
sorry.
brutal.
I'm whining about giving up my Sunday.
That's laundry day for Mikey.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything else.
Anyways,
all right. Eric led to it. We've had multiple other podcasts, with veterans that run these podcasts, and we're excited. There's people would say, why would you talk to another podcast? What's that? Dude, it's awesome because first off, we're all trying to get a message out. Everybody's trying to, talk about all these different subjects in the veteran world. Eric and I are very transparent in the fact that we are not veterans, but our dads both were. We love our veteran community, man. We want to make sure they have all the support. They have our support at least, and that we can keep getting out this message. And we appreciate everybody watching our show, listening to our show. But we wanted to have, we have, it's called Two Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room. Today, yeah, I love that name. The name's awesome. I mean, if that doesn't say veteran, I don't know what.
Yeah, right.
Veteran or redneck, I don't know, one or the other, right? But tonight we have Mr. Donald Dunn joining us. So welcome, sir.
Hey, appreciate it.
How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Well, we appreciate you joining. Everyday Saturday, we'll get to you, but we'll
sure
figure it out because I know we started this process before. And thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Dunn, welcome to the Contagion Effect. I had the opportunity to watch a couple of your shows and then also watch you on was the Heroes Homes. Oh man,
Purple Heart
Homes.
Yep.
Purple Heart Homes,
which is like a radio station. Like they have a nice setup.
Yeah, they do. It's an actual radio station.
105.3
or something.
Right.
Hey, 105.3 coming at you on the dial.
Now, are they in Missouri or are they?
No, they are actually in North Carolina.
Okay, they're in North Carolina. So,
yep.
But man, they definitely. I was looking. I'm like, damn, they got like a whole.
He's like, I want that wall.
Yeah, they got the sound wall. So you don't have because when security starts going. Hopefully, we have no sirens tonight because a couple of weeks ago, man, if sirens go by, I have 2 Rottweilers, so they could get loud. So
I hope they do.
My wife's working in the office, so they might stay close to her. Anyways,
we're in the process of moving, so.
Are you
everywhere?
So you're moving somewhere else?
Yeah, we're moving into a bigger house. So
okay.
I can actually set up an actual studio.
Okay. Nice. I know I'm waiting for a kid to move out and then we can set up an actual studio. Hopefully he gets more serious about his joining the It's Marines or Air Force right now. So once he gets a little more serious about that, then we can get, when his shipping date and all that will be. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, on to you. You are our guest tonight, and we're excited about it. So I always like starting with just kind of understanding who you are, where you're from, type of things. So do you go by Don or Donald?
Donald's fine.
Donald's fine. Okay. So Donald, where'd you end up growing up?
So originally I was in Nebraska. I was born in.
And of course, there's the Nebraska connection for us.
As a matter of fact, Lincoln was the home for many years, where Hero Stock is going to be at.
There you go. There you go.
Grew up there, joined the Army there, October of '94. Graduated retired in November of 2014. I did basically my whole military career was combat arms. So I was a mechanic, and I just got the luck of the draw being put in combat arms. I did 10 years with the 160th in the special ops community, and then the rest of the time was spent between Patriot and infantry.
So what does, for those of us that don't always understand, because we had this conversation with Shadow Mark about learning, the lingo, and we've gotten good at asking what was your MOS, and And once people say, we're like, oh, okay, cool. Don't understand anymore. So we're always hoping that people explain. So combat arms, what exactly is your job?
So I was a wheel mechanic. So
Okay.
I just got put in all the combat arms, which is your infantry and mortars and scouts and infantry and all that type of stuff.
Okay, so you are basically out with them and then work on all the machinery and vehicles.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
That's it.
And so did you go out of country?
I did. So I did 68 months total between Bosnia, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
Oh yeah.
I did a year
Bosnia
in
was the
Korea.
late 90s, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was there in 98.
Okay.
Yep. And I did a year in Korea and 3 years in Germany. And one of those years in Germany is when I went to Bosnia.
There's our fellow
Hey,
Army
baby.
right there. Light fight. Thank you, Carlos. He was Army and he was infantryman as well.
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so. He'll correct us. He'll definitely correct us. So 68 months out of country, huh? Because you did it's 20 years, right?
Yep.
Wow.
About 20% of the career was spent over there.
Wow. And yeah, that's crazy. So when you were at home, what are you doing?
So most of those tours came from while I was with the 160th, and with them being in the special ops community, we were a battalion that was supporting 5 different locations. Iraq, Afghanistan, the Philippines, Korea, Colombia, and the 6th counting the United States.
Right.
So, we literally would do 3 months deployed, 3 months home, 3 months deployed again. So you spent 6 months out of the year. And when you were home, that's when you supported the Rangers and SF doing all their training back here in the States. So you literally, I mean, the family support group got to the point where they told the commander that to introduce the spouses for a gift coming to the unit, they should give them a vibrator because that's the last time they're going to see their man.
Because you guys are going to be gone so much.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a
but it
great
doesn't work
conversation.
if you don't have batteries though too, or the rechargeable one, I guess.
Well, this is late 90s and stuff, early 2000s. So
shit, probably the one with the
knows
iTunes
how much recharging stuff was around then. It was either hook it up to the wall. Or...
Get
you some jumper cables.
Exactly. Man. So what made you decide to retire and ended at the 20?
I kept having kids.
Oh, damn kids. They're always the problem.
Every time I went, so I'm actually in the process of writing a book and I just got to this part about it. The worst unit I was ever in was Fort Bliss. And I was literally going to get out of the Army. That was my second duty station. It's a shithole. I was a private with no money, had kids. My wife couldn't even get a job at McDonald's because she didn't speak Spanish. So life was rough, man.
You're too white.
Yeah. And so I literally was going to ETS from there, but I hated it so much that it was quicker to leave by re-enlisting than it was to actually wait till my time was up.
That's crazy.
They offered me Germany and I took it. And then, life got a little bit better and I had more kids and bills got a little bit higher and my pay got a little bit better. So
damn, how many kids you got?
I only got 2. But
I was like,
just act like they're 4 different kids running around.
I'm like, no, I was starting to think 6 or 7.
You need to title that chapter about the FTK.
Fuck the kids. That's the.
I would
there
pay,
you go. There's your chapter title.
I'll pay you $100 if you use that as your title for the just that
Fuck
chapter.
Them kids.
FTK. Sponsored by the Contagion Effect.
There you go. This chapter is sponsored by the Contagion Effect.
Yeah, like when they do NASCAR. Oh, the next 50 laps are sponsored by Toyota. and then the 2 Toyotas get hooked up when they crash into the wall.
Oh, fuck that sponsorship.
I forgot my Kroger hat too, by the way.
That's when you move to now sponsored by Fuck This Kids.
Yeah. Now sponsored by
Fuck Them Kids.
I can't say that no more. I got in trouble, but FTK. I don't get no tax return from them no more.
Trust me, I'm on my
You know,
last.
it's like
This is the
$12,000
last year of taxes. I get a kid
God.
on it anyway.
Hey, so real quick on a tax issue or a tax thing, since you have the station, we'll get to it because Mike hates this part of it. Jump to the radio part. If you actually employ your kids, you can use them as a tax deduction. You can put them on staff, and you get a tax credit.
But you have to pay them under $12,000 something dollars. So
yeah,
and then you can put that money in a savings
pay
account.
him it off if you don't want it.
Anyways, back to Donald.
Yeah, well, that's part of his thing.
I know. Well, I get it. Yeah, just get more tax write-offs.
Yeah,
talk to Gary. He'll get you all the tax write-offs.
I put that out there because I'm assuming he's going to show up, so he's to correct me.
Getting Gary to show up right now. Who ain't ready to be Marines yet? Oh, he's saying that about the Army. Ain't ready to be Marines yet.
Fired.
You can guess what he is. Well, he put it in his name too, so there's that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you have all these kids, all two, and I'm only saying that because I have 4, and I believe in FTK. I love my kids, but FTK.
Yeah.
I have grandkids, and those are freaking awesome. So
yeah, but they're like baby kids too, man. They're reproducing faster than me and my wife did. That's
wow.
I think I'm up to 5.
You got 5 grandkids?
5 grandkids?
Damn. I only have 2, and I have 4 kids, but mine are all, I have one that's 28, and then the other 2 are just college age. So
I blame the pandemic.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's your name? Pan. Pan. I can help you with that.
I'm Dem, and I'm Ick. Anyways, so thank you every day.
Appreciate all the comments.
20 years, the kids kind of got you out. So what'd you do? Did you have a plan when you retired?
Not really.
Okay.
When I went to get out, I got out because the military was changing. I mean, it wasn't fun anymore. It really wasn't. And when it got to that point where, they're telling you to pick your best soldier and your second best may not be able to re-enlist because we're cutting budgets so much that, people are going to become unemployed just because they don't have the money to pay them.
Wow, that's crazy.
Didn't do nothing wrong, and I never thought I'd ever get to that day, and the caliber of the kids you're getting, a lot of them it was like you were having to re-raise kids all over again, and man, it was frustrating, but it wasn't fun anymore, and I think a lot of it was the deployments. I was burned out, man.
Right.
After 68 months being over there, I was just ready to get out. I thought I was going to be a mechanic, and that's when a lot of businesses took a shit, and in our little town there was 5 car dealerships, and after that year when I got ready to retire, there was 1 left. The rest had all closed up. Ford, Dodge, all of it, and that was my plan, was to be a mechanic. So
okay,
I decided, well, I'd drive a truck, and me and a buddy of mine was going to go. He was a soldier of mine, and he got out before me. We were going to go drive team with Schneider. We were going to be the orange guys, Well, he, it was kind of a blessing in disguise. But a week before we left, he got a letter from Georgia saying we're going to suspend your driver's license for child support. So I didn't have I didn't have another driver, and the only way to make enough to cover the bills with Schneider was to drive team. And so I didn't go with them. And I fell into a situation where a buddy of mine got me hired with a good company called Miller Transportation. I bought a truck, and I literally started my driving career as an owner operator hauling chemicals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mikey. We appreciate that, buddy.
Just one drunk in his garage. Hey, so that's what we're trying to. I'm trying to get a studio in the garage. Mike, don't take that. That could be our podcast on the side. Mike is the name. Yeah, Mike's the truck driver with me out there in Workland.
In Workland. Let's not say the company name again. All right, so job kind of falls in your lap, right? And how do you end up where's Two Drunk Dudes come from?
So after about 6 years, I kind I kind of seen, and I'm sure Eric, you can vouch for this, man. You can kind of see ahead of time where the economy's heading as a trucker.
Mhm.
You know, you could tell by the freight and listening to other truckers drive what's coming. And about that time, my mom was getting sick. So for the past year or so, I've been running back and forth between Georgia, where we live, and Iowa, where my mom was. And the freight was drying up. It was getting really tough to pay the bills. So I decided I was going to move my mom to Georgia, but I got a really good lesson in how the healthcare works. And if she moved to Georgia, she was going to lose like 70% of her benefits with the same company and the
wow.
same insurance.
Wow.
You know, if she stayed in the Midwest, she pretty much got the same things. Well, Doug it was actually my old first sergeant, and he worked for a lead refinery here in Missouri, and a supervisor position came open. So I moved my mom to Missouri, and I moved back here to take care of her.
Oh, wow. And
And-
brought the whole family along?
No, the wife is still in Georgia, so I go back and forth to still see her.
Okay, so
wow.
is that so this move you're doing now is to get everybody home now, or
No,
still
no,
not?
No, the place that I'm renting, they raised the rent like 25%. So I kind of got a case of the ass with the landlord, and
Yeah.
figured I'd just go if I'm going to pay more, I want more than a 2-bedroom house. So
Damn, you're like the second person in a month where you husband and
Yeah.
wife live like states away, and just
man, if
seem
you
so
look
positive about it.
if you look at the pay rates of what Georgia pays, there's no money in Georgia, man.
Really?
No, my son works for an AC company, and he makes $13.50 an hour.
Oh, dude, tell him to come to California,
Dude.
and then he'll get paid like $30 an hour, and then he won't be able to afford anything anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll be like
$13.
$13 an hour.
I get you a union job at $13 into your pension of an hour for the first 8 hours.
Yeah.
If you want to drive that truck, I can get you a trucking job too.
There you go.
$29.83 an hour and $8.90 in the pension for the first.
But
8
then
hours.
but then your rent is probably
it's triple.
$2,500 a
Yeah,
month or $3,000 a month. So
I'll just bring out an RV.
yeah.
Yep.
I get you full hookups.
Man,
In a van down by the river.
you just every week now. So I guess I'm sitting there going, man, living away from your wife. But then again, you did that a lot of your career.
I think that's why we're still married. See, me and my wife, we've been together since 7th grade.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So she's
That's
been with me all
awesome.
through the military. We got married a couple months after high school, and I left in October, and
She's got a huge box.
yeah.
She got gas powered.
Solar power. Sorry, I had to.
She got a 4-cylinder engine.
No, it ain't. It's a damn it's a Tesla powered.
Yeah,
It's
That's
a good
a
charge.
Tesla power wall.
No, that that and that kind of speaks for what you have to do. You have to do what you got to do to get by and support your family. And I mean, it's not ideal, but I think that's kind of the American way is how I say it.
Well, I mean it and you got what works for every family, right? And luckily they have had the time. I mean, being together since 7th grade, they obviously know each other. So and all that time in the military, they had the time to learn how to be apart. So this is not necessarily anything new. It's not always great, but
yeah, especially when you start a trucking company, and that was the other thing too. I had that misconception. When I got out of the military, I didn't realize how PTSD was really affecting me.
Yeah,
I thought everybody else was fucked up. I was the normal one.
right, right.
And there was a lot of problems with me and my wife and everything when I first got out. As I was transitioning, I would literally come home, eat, and then go to the bedroom, and that's where I felt comfortable. So I didn't see my family during the day, and I didn't really see them at night because that's where I stayed.
oh wow.
And I ended up driving truck, and then hell, I didn't. After that, that's when bills kicked in, and I realized how expensive trucking and owning your own business really was.
Yeah,
And shit, I'd spend an average of six weeks out on the road.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I was pretty lucky. It's not about me; it's your show. But there's over the road OTR guys, and I mean, they're gone for weeks at a time. And it's tough. It's a struggle because they're not used to this way or that way. And, you know, like we've just had a series of, I mean, like 4 storms come in, like back to back to back.
Our state's a mess.
And just trying to get over Donner and even going up Echo, which is Highway 50. And they've been shut down.
Grapevine's been shut down.
It's SoCal.
I know, but
SoCal. But no, that and we're just talking about a little glimpse of where we're at. You know, you get out there in the plains and all that stuff, and dude, they're driving on snow with no chains. Like it's it's flatland driving. But dude, that's to me that's even more dangerous.
Fucking California.
Yeah, a bunch of what's this chain and shit? I can get over this. You know, it's 8,000 feet, dude. Like I get it. Like you're a super trucker. You're used to being on snow for a flat, long period of time. We just had this conversation with my trucking buddies this morning, and then you can drive a long way, you know, without chains on flat. But when you're pulling a hill or, you know, coming up and coming, you go up, you got to come down. Yep. And that's where most of the guys really get hurt and
start sliding. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen we had one of our trucks get in an avalanche coming up Echo. I mean, it was 2 trucks, but one had a little bit of damage to it, but it's just nuts. And to be out there, and the problem with trucking, you know, as you know, you're by yourself, man, and you're in your own head, and you're trying to put on this show and that show and the podcast and listen to that. And dude, we just can solve all the problems of the world sitting in a truck, but even Lancaster. I mean, LA.
Crazy. I mean, the fact that they had snow down there is like unheard of.
I mean, I know the Grapevine is not a chain restricted area, you know, but when they get it, it's chaos, man.
Tahoe's got something like 500 inches in the last.
Yeah, 500. You see that?
Anyways, so Donald, I do want to go back to what you did, like kind of you talked about PTSD and the whole, like you would eat and go to bed. So what caused that? Because you didn't do that in the military, right? Did you eat and then just go? Was it because
I think a lot of it was our last deployment, you know. My last deployment before I retired, I kind of I literally got dropped off in a shithole with 4 or 5 other guys and was told to set up a Jiffy Lube, you know, for the convoys coming through, you know, and I get there and all that's there is a few tents, you know. So now I'm the senior guy. I'm stuck in a place, you know, I don't have really anybody to vent to. So that's pretty much what I did. You know, I got up, I went to work, and when we went to bed, I hung out by myself. So I wasn't, you know, fraternizing with the soldiers.
So you were just used to being by yourself. So it was like, people were like, okay, you're already too overwhelming. Like one of you's too overwhelming. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Because that's what I was trying to understand.
Like, you know, I go home for Christmas and see the family, and the first couple of days is good, but man, you know, as more people show up and the house gets fuller.
You start crawling in your skin.
Yep.
Man.
Do you think that there's it's kind of this, it's a stupid question, but I gotta ask it. Do you think that with help that there's a chance that just you open up and change it?
So let's we'll rewind a little bit. So when I got out, like I said, when I got out of the military, I thought I was the normal one. You know, what I was doing to me felt normal. Well, like you just said, when I started driving truck, you have nothing but 650, 700 miles a day to just sit there and think.
Yeah.
And you get in your own head. And I got a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more pissed off. It didn't take as much to get me going. Well, we had the breaking point where I finally went and got help was we had a hurricane, and I came back home for the hurricane to be with the family. And we had my son, my daughter, and my wife, my son's girlfriend, her mom, all these kids, I mean, in our house, because they were living in trailers. And by like day 2, I couldn't take it no more. I went for a walk, and I felt that urge, and my son did something that pissed my wife off, which instantly set me off. And I ended up throwing my son out of the house, you know, right after a hurricane. You know, I about turned into a physical altercation, and, you know, I went and got help from there. And since then, you know, up to that point, I never even talked to my wife about a lot of stuff that happened over there. And recently, within the last few years, things have started coming up, and she's learned a little bit more. So,
Well, and I know, it's interesting because we found, as you talk to the generations, right, of veterans, we all know, you talk to a Vietnam era veteran, there's not a lot of sharing at all, right? And I think that kind of sticks, even as you go, to the, like your group, right? Bosnia. I mean, you were at the very beginning. I mean, obviously you went till 2014, so you definitely went through a lot of stuff, but let's be real, the early part of your career was like Bosnia and some of that. But then you talk about these, a lot of these guys that do Afghanistan, and and they're like open books, and it's so interesting on how the dynamic's so different.
I think, where I think that difference comes from is we had a country to come back to that opened their arms to us,
Right?
and the Vietnam veterans did not. They were shit on by their government when they were returned. They were shit on by the people in this country, and who are they going to talk to?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dad would say he didn't want to wear his uniform like outside of being on base, because he said people would literally spit on you.
Yeah,
because it was terrible. So that makes sense though.
Yeah.
I mean, but even you saying at the beginning you didn't want to share anything, and you're finding, and that could be part of, now you're learning, okay, this is normal to talk like this, where we had a group of veterans on, and we had Schaefer and Tom, and talking about the fact that like there wasn't such thing as, nobody talks about mental health while you're in, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking about it. And that's why you thought like, I'm normal, like all you fuckers, all you civilians are stupid, like get out of here, right?
Yeah.
And that's fair. Like, even us as non-veteran, like I think it's fair, because that's what you knew, that's the way you were trained, and and we do live, we live a life because of you guys. We live a certain type of life because of you guys. But for me, like going back to the whole, like what you were used to, that's where it's really interesting. And the fact that you finally you're like, okay, I understand. I'm starting to see what's happening here.
Yeah. So I went, like I said, as I was transitioning, I didn't even file a VA claim, because I got into a disagreement with the VA guy. My temper was really bad. And I went up to the guy to ask him a question, and he had no customers. It was just before the day really started, and I was in the area, and all I wanted to know was what paperwork I needed to bring when I set my appointment up with him. And the guy looked at me and he goes, "You got an appointment?" I said, "No, that's kind of what my question is. What do I need to bring?" He goes, "We don't do walk-ins today." And he just turned around and walked off.
Wow.
And I looked at him, I said, "You know what?" I said, "I don't even need your fucking money. I'll go on my damn self,
Yeah.
And I didn't file a VA claim for, I don't know, it's probably three years after the military when I filed. And when I started getting help for PTSD, I didn't go to the VA. I went to an outside therapist.
Well, I mean, the experience, tells you a lot. And we've actually had a couple people from the VA on, so we know there's some good people. Unfortunately, the system's broke.
Yeah.
And that's what we all know is the system. And I don't know if you heard last week, but I won't rehash it all, but the difference between million and billion, and the fact of the money going to other countries right now, when we could just even, great, you guys are going to do what you're doing. They're not going to stop because we say, oh no, don't do that. But man, if we could direct some of that money, like $1 billion or more, to our veterans, think how we could overhaul. Hey, let's hire 87,000 IRS agents to go screw the American people, but we can't go hire 87,000 VA agents to come make the veteran world a little bit better.
Well, like you said, 12, what is it? 1 million is 12 days.
12 days.
And 1 billion is 31 years.
Yeah,
it's just insane.
So I mean,
and 40, and what would 40 billion? Oh wait, can we talk about that?
Billion,
yeah. We might get another threat that they're going to shut us down.
I'm going to tell you what I think the biggest difference is with the VA. So I started going to the VA here in St. James, which is like 9 miles from where I live. I mean, there's probably 65 people that live in that town. It's tiny, and I guarantee you the funding they get's probably low, but it is the best VA I have ever been to. I mean,
Well,
the
small
people,
town.
Yeah.
exactly, and I think that's the difference when you go to something like Savannah or Los Angeles. You know, I can't even imagine what a
We go
VA
to
would
Palo
be.
Alto.
Yeah.
My
Hour and a
dad
half
went to
away,
Palo
2
Alto,
hours.
which is where Stanford is, and it was a shit show. I mean,
Yep.
you know, for the overnight stays, like if they have a surgery early in the morning, they offer like an overnight stay. I mean, it was a room full of like 40 other guys. I mean, my dad was
It
almost
was a
70.
mission.
Yeah, and it was just like, come on, we got to treat them a little bit better. So
I agree.
your shit is effing ridiculous. This is funny. We got a lot of comments going on right now, so that's a beautiful thing. All right, Donald. So we got to retirement. We got to, you know, the a little bit of life after, right? And your PTSD. So where did Two Drunk Dudes in the Gun Room come up?
So when I moved back here, my first sergeant, Doug, he's always had this little Facebook page called Savahe Army. And it comes from a nickname that his wife gave him early in their relationship. And when they were in El Paso, Savahe Army's goal was to help veterans pay for entry fees and stuff like that with their kids' events. You know, they were big into motocross. And
Okay.
for soldiers, you know, that shit gets expensive. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
could be the difference between your kid getting to do it and your kid not getting to do it, is just the gas and the entrance fees to get there. So they would raise money and get sponsors to cover just the entrance fee part. And that's where Savahe Army came from. And when I moved back here, we went to the VFW, local VFW here. And that's when we really started seeing there's not much support. There's not much going on around here for direct help for veterans. You know,
Right.
the VFW was real cliquey, and they were real proud about how much money they were making for bingo. But the whole time we were there was nothing, no veteran programs, you know, and I'm not going to talk bad about them, but you know, it wasn't for us. That's not what we wanted to be about. So,
Right.
Doug actually has opened up a gun shop, and we do some hydrographics and recoding and some firearm builds and stuff like that. And so I said, well, hell, you know, you're going to have to advertise. Why don't we start a podcast?
Yeah.
So we filmed it literally out of our gun room where we've been doing all this stuff from.
That's awesome.
And you know, the show was brought to you by Savahe Army, you know, Savahe Army Customs. And, you know, that's where it all started. And it literally, we lived up to our name. We were in a gun room and we were drunk. We would drink and get on Facebook Live, and, you know, we tried the whole TikTok thing, but
Right.
you know, we were usually suspended within the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's because that was one of the things I was going to ask you. I'm like, man, we don't even get you in the gun room tonight. Like you're up in a different room now.
Yeah, no, I'm over at my house, and like I said, Doug's at working.
Yeah, no, I get it. So so you both work at the gun shop, or
So it's his business is still up and coming, so it's what he does on the side, you know.
oh, okay.
And he works at a Walmart distribution shop as a maintenance supervisor. And
Okay.
I work in a refinery.
So he works so the gun shop there's a brick and mortar?
It's out of his shop, out of his house.
Oh, okay.
And
Man, I might have to see what you guys can do.
Yeah.
Got some stuff I'd love to have customized.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
yeah, I can send you some pictures.
Quote unquote California legal.
We've done some pretty badass shit. I like it anyways.
Well, I don't know if you've heard like a lot of the stuff, a lot of the rules we have. Hey, he got the name right. Good job, Jason. That's awesome, because that's what we were jealous that we can't be there, because that would be kind of a cool event. Well, Eric's still trying to find a way.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I'm not
way.
saying I'm not going. Yeah,
I started a new job, so for me to get there is gonna be a little harder.
Dude, listen, I can take. I got equipment.
You got a podcast you could go be on.
Yeah. I'm working
Absolutely.
very diligently.
Hey, no problem, Jason.
Trying to diligently this. No, listen, I'm sorry for interrupting real quick. My shit's in German or something. I can't see it on my Facebook. It's all languaged out. So, dude, I don't know, dude. I don't know. But
Technology is his best friend.
Savage.
Savaje.
Savaje.
So spell
And it
it.
ain't no. You think there's an H in that shit,
No.
but there's a J.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a J.
Savaje. Salvaje.
Yep.
So yeah, say that drunk.
Yeah, if you go through,
They do literally every night.
So
if you go through the Facebook page, you'll see some of the pictures.
oh yeah, I'm
of the guns.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There's a dope picture right here. I can't show it to you,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty freaking dope.
Well, we'll have.
I'm gonna need one
I
of those.
definitely need to check that out because I'm very interested. Very.
Yeah,
interested.
we're there's talk, man. There's real strong talk about going to
So now you guys, you have your platform, right? And what's your overall goal of your guys' platform?
When we started this, we just basically wanted to be the central point. We wanted to highlight veterans and highlight the smaller organizations that people don't know about. There's a whole bunch of veteran ran organizations out there that are trying to help veterans, but they don't have the funding to advertise and get all everywhere else.
No, but it's true.
I'm laughing because it's like
not everybody's
preach to the choir.
Or,
preaching to the choir. That's why we got Twitter and Facebook live feeds going on right now, because YouTube just kind of
Mikey's making fun of you. He changed the credit card machine to Chinese. That's pretty funny. Anyways, that's pretty funny.
That's great. I didn't even know that a Chinese option, but
hey, well, nowadays we gotta have every option, right? So oh my god, I can't even think fast. That's hilarious. So I think that's one of our things. I mean, we've had somebody on from Wounded Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually had a couple folks on from the VA. That's why, I've told my story about my dad in the VA, and I didn't have the best experience going through it with my dad. So
it's hit or miss. It really is.
It is, and it's regionally there's some better things. A couple years ago, Arizona was on blast because they had veterans that were they said there was like a 7-year waiting list or something just for veterans to get in. And it's like, how does anybody let that happen, right?
Yeah.
But on your platform, you guys are highlighting some of the smaller guys, and I think that's kind of I think that's along the lines
we love everyone.
We love. I mean, our whole thing is about talking to veterans, obviously talking mental health, because I think that's one of our driving factors, but talking about the guys and girls that are doing big things after their service, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, not everybody has the means to start a Wounded Warrior project or even Till Valhalla clothing, right? I mean, now they're huge, but that's why we appreciate you guys coming on too and being a part of this, because we love just highlighting everybody, man. Because we need to get the word out that the veteran community needs a lot more love.
Yeah, this the whole social media thing and streaming thing, that's way after me, because I'm so damn old right now that I have to learn everything that I'm doing, and it gets demoralizing. I can see veterans, that are trying, and you get obsessed with always trying to get to the next always trying to get the next person to follow and lead. It becomes real eye-opening. I came across this stream, and it was called what did he call his stream? The sleeper stream. And it was literally just a guy laying in bed asleep with the camera on.
Yeah, and had probably like 30,000 people watching it.
Yeah, and I was like, man, this is dumb. I mean, you're not gonna get. And I went back and looked. He's got like, I don't know, 1,050% more views than me.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
That's the thing. We always laugh because I mean, here's the realism. Would we love to have more viewers? Always, right? Because then if we have more viewers, our chance of hitting somebody that needs help or some love or some support, right, it gets a lot higher. But we're not Yeah, and we're not caught up on it, but that's what's crazy is, I mean, I think Eric's even tested it. He did a video in one of his drives and literally didn't say a word, and he had thousands of viewers on.
It was amazing. And then on that same drive, this is what's stupider. I have, trucker Tourette's, man. You know what that is, right? I know Mike does. That somebody probably gets it all the time too. But trucker Tourette's, you're driving down the road talking to your friends. This is so stupid, son of a bitch. What do you put your blinker on? Cut me off, like, right? So I'm coming in the yard. I'm driving into the yard, and all of a sudden my TikTok video went blank, and I'm like, what the hell? And so I read the little caption. It's like slander. You might have been like aggressive or vulgar language.
You were threatening.
Yeah. I'm like, well, you're stupid. I want to use more words, but you're dumb. Like you're full of shit.
He got banned from TikTok
for 8 days. Yep. And I'm just like, whatever, man.
The second one's like 30.
Yeah. So stupid.
Apparently you're speaking from experience.
Shit.
Here's the funny part, right? The first time we got suspended, it was for bullying. And we were literally talking about how if you were a veteran, when you get out, you use the old check out how big his fingers are before you decide that that's your doctor, and that's what we were talking about. We were like, nah, you're a two-finger doctor. Yeah, hell no. And next thing I know, it goes blank and says that we were bullying. And I'm like, the hell are you talking about?
Wow.
Yeah.
So 8 days later, we go back on and we got kicked. We got banned for 30 days because Doug has a shockwave above his entryway. It's just a shotgun, and it's up on the wall. It's just hanging on the wall. And that's why we got suspended for having what they consider to be illegal items.
I've seen so many guns on TikTok. And I mean, I've seen full auto, like people shooting with special full auto enhancements, and wow, that's crazy. That's just for it hanging there.
Yep,
it's stupid, so dumb.
I don't even get on TikTok anymore, man.
Well, it's gonna get banned here soon, anyways.
Why don't we create something? We need to create a social media platform.
There's a new one too that's supposed to be like Twitter that I just saw. It starts with an M. Most something, I forgot what it was, but there's another one that's coming out and getting big. Yeah, just don't say bump stock.
Bump stock.
That was the big thing with the Vegas shooting, was bump stock, right?
Yeah.
It was, he had bump stocks, and then everybody had to say, okay, come on, you guys are throwing this a little too far. Anyways, so with the future, right? I know you guys are going to go do hero stock, so that's awesome.
Yep.
And I know you got Schaefer coming.
That's dope. Yeah, that's cool. Schaefer's a good dude. He
tell him to get drunk before he comes in too. Then he just won't.
You need to fill that radio station airwaves.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
Alcohol, that boy could talk. Talk.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's Army too. And that's what's funny is watching Tom, who is a Marine, and Schaefer, who is Army, and then Carlos was kind of, because Carlos was on, and they were talking about the whole mental health thing, right? And it's hard in the military, because if you think somebody's going through something, then it's kind of like, oh, well, they're a pussy, and you guys, I forgot what the duty's called. There's some special duty, like if you can't do your job, they put you on this other duty.
Yeah. It's called, in the Army we call them details. You get stuck there.
Yeah, different details, right? And so they were talking about it, and Kat the whole time's like, they don't do that, do they? Do it? And she's Air Force, right? So they're both like, yeah, like totally, like if you act like a bitch, you're gonna get.
She had to go shine. She had to go get the California dust buster and go clean off the car.
She's like, they don't do that, and they're like, no, yes, but the sad thing is, as much as we laugh at it and all, that's part of like, okay, are these guys really going through real mental health issues, or are they really, just trying to get out of stuff?
And it's you don't never know. I mean, I've had several soldiers that talked about killing themselves, and you take everyone serious, but I had one that was like hey, pass the potatoes, I'm going to kill myself. I mean, that's just how it was in his conversation. He said it all the time, you know? And so, like you just said, you don't never know if he's serious or not. And I literally watched people, because every time it happened, he had to have somebody sit with him all night and make sure he wasn't going to hurt himself. And,
Right.
you know, and it gets to the point where you see soldiers and you see the leadership get to the point where, like, man, it's Friday and now we're going to have to put a detail together to guard this guy over the whole damn weekend, you know,
Right.
and that's the mentality. So when somebody does need help and they see how that other guy is being treated, hell no, they're not going to say nothing.
Yeah, they're going to bottle it up, because I don't want to get put on that detail, or I don't want to be looked at like that, because then everybody kind of wants to kick that dude's ass and say, bro, you know,
Suck it up, bro.
Which then, if he's really going through it, just makes it worse.
Right.
And it's like, you just don't know. And then, but that's the crazy thing. Then these guys come out and they don't have anybody to relieve them from, you know, different details, or they don't have, you know, those people right around them. So that their world gets a lot bigger and less touchable, I guess.
Yeah. And, you know, once you crawl down that hole and you start feeling what real depression is, you know, not, I didn't just wake up and have a bad day. No, I mean, I can tell you there is a big difference. Real depression does not feel like something you can get out of.
Right.
And when you're by yourself on top of it, you don't know which way is up. You just keep digging and digging until finally that thought, well, I know how to end this. And,
right.
And that's where it comes from.
Well, and then you go along and choose these jobs where you could be all by yourself.
Yeah. And you're in your head.
Right.
Which, I mean, you know, we can try to figure it out. We think we can try to figure it out. And man, what if I would have done this? Or, oh, what if I could have done this? Or, you know, and that's the shitty part, you know, because we are alone so far. So what steps have you used, or what steps have you, how do you adjust? Like, how are you coping with things?
So, I mean, medication, that gives you at least a level platform to gauge yourself off of.
Do you feel like that helps?
It does with me.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people, depending on, and again, this is another one of those things that's hit or miss. You get the wrong shrink, and this shrink, he likes to go with this little recipe, and this shrink over here likes to go with that recipe. And, you know, some guys, the meds are just so strong, they're not themselves, you know?
Yeah.
Mine still allows me to have bad days. It still allows me to have good days, but it puts me at a level playing field. You know, my temper is still there, but it doesn't go 0 to 60 in 1 second. You know, now at least I get that time to sit there and think about what I'm about to say or who I'm about to hit before I actually do it, you know.
But you're not numb to it, so that's
right.
That's good.
Yeah. I still have feelings and emotions, and you know, working around civilians, sometimes I learn that's not the best thing to have. But,
yeah. And I mean, you know, some people are like,
I don't even like working around them.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them. Damn it.
Yeah. No. And there's always that, you know, self-medication or medicating and taking, you know, pharmaceuticals. And I think it works for that person, right? I think it's a case by case.
It just sucks because we know the VA's first thing is throw medicine at every,
you
know, you broke a left toe, throw some medicine at it, give them oxy.
Yeah. What's the first thing they do? They give you a pain reliever.
Yeah. So,
and you know, for me, you know, my choice was alcohol. You know, I started drinking more and more and more, and then I would drink because I couldn't sleep. So I drank till I did go to sleep, and you know, you wake up, you already start the next day feeling like shit.
Right.
You know, so it just becomes a cycle. You know, now I drink a lot less than I used to. I'm probably maybe a 6-pack every couple of days or so now versus
I thought you were gonna say every day.
You know,
except for when you're on the show, then it's a 6-pack every 5 minutes.
Well, I still like bourbon, so I do drink that a lot on the show.
Oh, well, there you just answered our question for later. Damn it. Jumped ahead. Damn it.
He's worse than I am.
So on the show, like, not everybody's watched your show, right? So what makes, other than the great name, what makes Two Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room different?
So I think the thing that makes us the best or different is we don't script nothing. I mean, from the time that we say welcome, neither one of us know what's going to come out of our mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that allows you to be you, and the conversations just go from there. You know, we'll usually talk a little bit about the news or whatever.
Right.
And you know, ideally we try to have as many interviews as we can.
Yeah.
But you know, in between, when you don't have somebody for a show, you know, we bring up odds and ends stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And half the time when we sit there and we get ready to hit record, we don't even know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
You got a nice grandfather clock in the back.
Dude, I was just gonna say my in-laws have the same one. My in-laws have the same tone.
So,
I was like, son of a bitch, I get that when they die. I do. That's what my inheritance from my in-laws. I get that.
It is all I'm doing is singing the song in my head.
No,
I hear so much I didn't even think about it.
No, that's all good. No, you're focused, bro. You got to know. I mean, that's that's how we are. We're focused here, and we're
we're kind of like with you. You know, we have dogs barking sometimes, or howling a couple weeks ago. So, and they're literally right here when they were doing it. So
yeah,
it did.
But I think that's what makes the podcast good. It allows you to be on the same level as your viewers. You know, you're just a normal guy, just like everybody else. You know, your filter might be a little bit less.
I would honestly struggle if we had a script. Eric would absolutely struggle if we had a script.
Dude, listen, this is what I script. You want to see what I do? There is nothing on it. Okay. Now, look, this is the first one. Oh wait, that's Cammy's drawing. Oh, there's another Cammy's drawing. Look, I used to do stuff. I used to write down stuff. Right. Look, live Thursday. Look at this. And you notice by the last week, dude. That's not even last week. I don't even know.
Then he starts chicken scratching.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, forget about it. Yeah, Las Cruces, Mexico, all nations united. We're talking about getting the veterans who were deported back.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Last 3 weeks, I haven't had nothing.
Yeah, but we don't script like we don't.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Script for our show, like we don't.
When we first started, it was just an open podcast. We're like, hey, listen, like we'll talk about this, and we'll talk about this, and we'll go into this, and we're like, yeah, okay, cool.
And then we had some truckers on.
Yeah,
which was
we had truckers, and which I think the best part of those interviews were the pre-interviews or the pre-show, which we never recorded. Yeah. Right. So I mean, guys peeing in between. Checking air pressures on the tires, and no, it was great. Fun. Yeah. So this week was some pink thing, and I didn't want to show you because I already know what you're going to say. So
you would have made fun of him.
Yeah, it was pink, and I just put
as he gets water all over his keyboard and everything. See, that's how scripted we are. We don't know what's and what sucks is with our setup. Like if I mute, so I have a cough like all the time. If I mute, it mutes all of us. So it's So it's kind of like we're trying to move over, but we're both so loud. Yeah. And we're like
we had some cool ass mics.
Yeah, we do have some cool ass mics. But
I like this one. It's a cool one.
Yeah, but I want to sell this setup so I can make some money.
Yeah.
Because I like money. Anyways, with the Two Drunk Dudes, obviously the non-scripting, I again, the name being in the gun room, I think that's all legit. And just now you guys actually with the show with Jason, you guys had like 3 people on that show, right?
Yeah, there was
K Deca.
Yeah. I was trying to think how to pronounce his name too.
He
has expedition therapy up there in Colorado, and then Jason and Jesse were on the show.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what's hard because I was like, man, if we tried to get multiple people, I mean, one of the few. Well, we've had it a couple times where we've had multiple people, and it's a fun show.
Yeah.
But even we literally can't talk to anybody for like 5 or 10 minutes. Like we got to hear your whole damn story, and we
got to get to the beginning to get to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's why we don't really have, unfortunately, we know people, we probably lose people after an hour or so, but we're to the point where we don't care. Like it's sometimes if you have a great story to tell, we want to hear it, right?
Yeah.
We want to hear.
I'll sit back, Mikey knows too, and I'll get lost. Like I will chase the interview, and I will get the interview. I'll be like, dude, this is dope shit. And I will have notes, and I'll go through your podcast and go back to the very first one, and then kind of incrementally set little notes apart.
He's trying to be like this. Fancy talk for a trucker.
And then be like this. and not say word because
Yeah,
I'm so
he
interested.
he'll disappear.
Yeah,
We've
dude,
had where he literally just I'm like, Eric, do you
because
have
I'm like
anything?
so
Nope.
interested in the. Yeah, you got a question?
Eyes
No,
all
dude, you're
big.
doing it. Mike's a great interviewer. Mike's the one that he's the glue because there is 2 episodes that he couldn't talk, but it was man. I'm like I am squirrel. I'm rabbit. I'm all over the place, but. Again, it's just we're true, we're honest, and you know we let our veterans take our platform over and tell a story, and we're always here for people. You send us a message, we have phone numbers that are listed all over. Half the people that probably 3/4 of the people that we have on the show were Facebook friends. I'll post shit all day long. If someone's struggling and they need to talk to someone, you can get a hold of us. I'm up at 1:30 in the morning. I'm driving all day long. Like just send a message, call. It don't matter. Mikey just sleeps in. He's got. You know, he does the breakfast in bed, and you know,
I live the cush life.
The butler comes and fluffs the. Oh, you want to fluff your pillow?
What is that? Please don't get us canceled.
So you know, that's kind of one thing I like about where our podcast has gone, right? So when last year was season 1, and we started out middle like June, May, somewhere is where it started at. And we try to do an episode every Tuesday and Friday. Those are the 2 days. We try to do one twice a week. And we decided we're going to start doing some events, you know. So we hosted a competition shoot, and it was kind of done like a 50-50 raffle. You know, the winner got 50% of the entry fee, and the other 50% went to Tunnel for Towers. And then we had there's a little association called the Reynolds County Gigging Association. Well, they take veterans out through us and another organization called Mo Vets. They take them out fish gigging. You know, it's a Saturday. You're out all night long, and the veterans do nothing but catch the fish. Then they clean them and everything else and split it up. I mean, last year we caught 175 suckerfish, you know, and
nice.
It was a great time, you know.
What's it taste like?
So they're not bad, you know.
Bony?
It's real small, so you have to score them. They're real small meat, so you score the bones and everything, and then when you cook them and fry them up, the bones dissolve. But,
okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
throw that shit in a deep fryer.
Yeah. Well, we use an air fryer, but yeah.
Oh shit! Well, excuse me. Fancy shit over here.
Huh?
I'm not in a truck anymore, man. We can have the good stuff.
We can't. We're getting old. We can't have that oil stuff.
Want some of that peanut oil?
Yeah. So you know, and this year the goal is I want to take 15 vets to a Chiefs game, a Cardinals game, and a Blues hockey game. You know, each for their Veteran Appreciation Day. You know, so that's what we're going to be raising money for this year is for those goals, and then in October again. They'll have another gigging trip.
Nice.
Veterans.
We're gonna need people to get out there and support because those Chiefs tickets just went way up.
Oh yeah. So this is the funny part, and it's kind of really shitty, you know. And like I said, I'm about taking care of veterans. I don't care what you do. If you're taking care of veterans, then you're good in my book. So I contacted the Cardinals about a group rate just to find out kind of idea what kind of prices I'm looking at. They have a Veterans Appreciation Day, but they do not have military discounts.
Wow.
So the tickets are $37 they're called themed tickets for Veterans Day. And
what are you
Cardinals? Who are they? What?
The St. Louis Cardinals.
St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Missouri.
Oh yeah, Missouri. Yeah, I forgot the Cardinals. Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's $37 all the way up in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
dude. Let me get on freaking.
I think you could get A's tickets cheaper than that.
They are giving them away, especially this year.
Yeah,
until they go to Vegas.
Dude, we got to figure out. You've got to do something because I talked about this. What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? Because my wife and I were out wine tasting and we came across some veterans. I listen to everybody, like that's just my thing. And then when I heard the wife asking about a veteran discount, and the winery is like, no, we don't offer it. And then they were saying how another winery gives 50%, and I'm like, see, this is the thing. Like, that's another thing we need to normalize is there's got to be something. You as an organization can afford to give a discount.
Yeah.
You know, it's
They're the reason why you can have your business.
exactly.
Otherwise, it'd be
Dumbasses.
communists, and you.
Well, that's the problem. They're all woke now. All these organizations.
They're woke.
Yeah, and it doesn't help, you know, the way our tax brackets have gone. You know, the middle class people, which were the ones that always did give veterans discounts and senior discounts and all that stuff. And you know, you take 30% out of a small business's profit margin, man, and it hurts. It hurt my trucking company, you know.
When do you want to go to a baseball game? Because I will buy the damn. I can get you tickets to the Giants and Cardinals. What's 6th? June?
Yes.
June 6th. I'll buy this some bitches right now. How many tickets you need?
He's got to plan it all out. I mean, I know June's a long
dude. June 6th, I can get you tickets for $7. Right field.
I know, Mikey. I don't look like somebody who's wine tasting, but do like wine.
Dude,
So.
hey, Mike, he's an uppity some bitch, bro. He's been to more wineries. He's been to more wineries than you've been to Safeway stores. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
You've been here like 16 years.
I'll show up in a t-shirt and shorts and don't give a fuck. My wife and I have a little wine tasting business, and we want to make, you know, it's normal.
AnJEllakWines.com.
The problem is people make it uppity, and it's not really an uppity thing. It's just some grapes and alcohol. So, anyways, all right.
No, I'm
you
being
work
dead
it
serious.
out to get, you know, see if he could work it out to get some
$7 tickets right here for 11 people.
Did the Chiefs give a discount? Please tell me they do.
Their answer was they can't give me a price until May when the schedule's decided, because it's based off of who they're playing on that day.
Right.
They already know who they're playing. The schedule's already out.
I wonder. And obviously, Nino probably doesn't have any pull-ins. I mean, he works for an NFL team, but I mean, who knows what the Seahawks? Yeah.
I mean, if you're in Seattle, we could probably hook you up.
Yeah, we could probably get you
a little 2-for-1. Well, maybe a 3-for-1 right now, but you know,
who knows? But that is disappointing. I mean, the fact that you're doing it, absolutely awesome. And you know, but that's where, like, think the impact it could make if you could take more people at the same price, right? And that's kind of the thing, is that you have to put some kind of limit on it.
And that's kind of another thing where the podcast is gone. This is another reason for the radio station that I'm trying to put together. And the goal is kind of in two parts. The goal is to take veterans that are trying to make, you know, podcasting or make singing a career, and give them another platform, just another place to get exposure, you know,
right.
And at that same time, hopefully get to the point to where you can have more advertising done, to where you can take that money to go back towards veterans. And
I love it. I love that you said you're not a techie guy and you're doing these things, you know.
YouTube, man.
Yeah, YouTube's amazing.
That's Mikey. That's how this became what it is.
That's what everything. I mean, because we actually tried, even with the video, we tried some other things.
Yeah.
To where I had an Elgato board, which is, you know, you can control all these different things. But it's YouTube's amazing what you can learn.
Real quick, and I just lost my thought. Sorry.
See, that's old age right there too. That's old age right there.
Yeah, you were talking about something, and we need to get a hold of Operation Encore. Check them out. They bring a lot of the art. Do you know about them?
Scotty brought it up. I'm going to reach out to him and have him on the show.
Scotty and Shannon Schaefer. I think he is. I think he was.
Yeah, he just. I think.
Yeah, because he was in San Rafael, where they broadcast, or where they have their Operation Encore. Yeah, I know, right, Jason? I know. Hey, stop it. I forgot. I'm still over here on Game Time app, and I've got tickets. I mean, you tell me when you want to do the baseball game. I'm down for buying some tickets for the veterans. Like, I personally will buy tickets. A's and Cardinals. There you go.
Yeah,
A's and Cardinals
should be some cheap tickets.
Yeah, $6. So the Giants tickets were actually cheaper. So,
oh wow!
But I think they're in the same boat right now.
Absolutely, man.
They become Vegas A's.
You know, when I seen those prices, it didn't have to be anymore the Veteran Appreciation Day. I just thought that was a good day to do it, you know. But yeah, absolutely. $37 and you get a hat and you get to sit in the nosebleeds. And
Oh, I can't give you a hat, but I got you.
but I'm saying
Just
but that's what you're getting for $37.
Yeah.
And it just didn't make no sense to me.
Dude, if he gets the tickets for 6, we can get you a sit rep hat for 30.
I get, dude.
We can
I'm
get
sure
you a ticket, tickets and a hat
dude,
for 36.
Listen, man, we always have freaking great ideas. You're gonna have to stay with us after the show.
We're marketing
we
geniuses.
are, dude. Are you sure you want to take that new job?
I'm already started, bro.
Damn it. Okay. He doesn't want to give.
I need a job where I actually make money because I'm willing to help every veteran do whatever, but I also have to make money at some point.
Or the Mets and Cardinals for $6. That would be a dope one, actually.
I actually like the Mets, so that would be good.
I'm sorry. No.
That's a Thursday night. Thursday. I'm sure they got good deals on
All right. So before we wrap up, any we know you got Schaefer coming. Any other big time guests you want to share so we can steal them?
Not yet. There's still a few that haven't gave me a date yet that I'm.
Isn't that fun? I know Eric has a lot of fun.
I love you, Brandon Mills Music. Please respond. I know you just got back from Mexico, and I hate to call you out like that.
But you just did.
But I just did.
So we're probably not getting them now.
Yep. Hey, Taylor.
Look at there
Taylor.
You go. Guitars for Vets in the house.
Dude, talk about a dope interview.
Yes.
Yep.
Great stories.
Oh my
Absolutely
gosh.
Great. Oh, look at Gary Loggett just.
Whoa, what's up,
like
Gigi? How's the snow there, mailman?
As a matter of fact, Taylor that just popped on there, I just reached out to her about getting on the show.
Oh, great. Yeah. I mean, dude, hands down. Awesome.
Make sure you ask her about her prom. Please ask her about her prom.
Right like that. Huh?
Yeah, just go tell me about your prom.
Right like
I heard there was an interesting story around your prom.
Right like that.
Well, Taylor, if you come on our show, that's gonna be the first question.
Yes, sir. I'll reach out to her. Taylor, you gotta share the prom story and the plaque out on front of the front of
oh boy.
Yeah, it's hilarious. We actually had to cut that clip out and show it multiple other times.
Yeah.
See. Yeah, making your first question. So, Taylor, tell us about your prom.
So, how'd that go for you?
It's a great story.
At the prom.
But Taylor's an amazing storyteller. So, it was funny because we were the first podcast she was ever on. So, and she shared that. We're like, you don't seem like you've never, because sometimes you guys know, like you'll get somebody on there and they're like, yes, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always fun because by the end of it, you can't get them. I mean, you literally got to unplug the mic to be okay. Yeah. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay. Thanks.
Or you get Tom, who then our first show with Tom was 2 hours, which was our record. So
there's a good spot too.
Yeah.
So real quick, Taylor Olam, Director of Development with Guitars for Vets, Marine Corps brat, lived in Okinawa as a teenager. That's another good dude. Like that's going to be like
stories. Just good. Oh, sorry,
Taylor.
Oh,
come on. Make us feel
Wait
special
a minute.
or something.
I thought you said that we were.
I'm going to watch it.
See, back to the freaking prom.
See?
Anyways, well, Donald, I appreciate your time. I'm looking forward to watching more of Two Drunk Dudes in the Gun Room, seeing what you guys are doing. I know, like, don't be shy. Ask about
tag us.
Our guests.
Yeah.
Email
us.
We're willing to share, and because the
same,
goal
same
is
with you guys.
a lot of these people, these veterans, sorry, not these people, have some amazing stories. Dude, my words sometimes, don't bring up, I don't want to hear that.
So
story.
there was this one time we were interviewing this Purple Heart guy.
I don't want to hear it. I fucked up. So anyways, we're willing to share because Eric does a great job stalking. He's our
I love it, dude. I love it.
Absolutely, Jason. And again, same thanks for Donald and what was your partner's name again? Doug. All right. So Donald and Doug, thank you for what you guys are doing. And I'm looking forward. I gotta write down that name. Or did you already followed him? His Doug's company or the other page.
Saveja.
Save?
It's not Saveja. That's announced already.
Yeah, please tag us.
SALAJE. Salve.
We're English majors over here.
That goes back to announcing when every kid's syllable is AnJEllak
Yep.
not ELAC.
Well, you know, what's funny is there was a text message with my new team, and somebody's like, hey, if anybody struggles with Mike's last name, just do AnJEllak.
AnJEllak.
And his wife taught me that how to say the name correctly.
That's not even. Yeah, that's how you say it.
That's how you say it. It's
Yeah.
not how it looks.
Yeah.
Everybody calls us ELAC, so it is what it is. And Taylor, thank you for the funnest podcast.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
Hey, and we're open, man. We're always up. It's gone at my house.
The snow's already gone. That's crazy.
Well, they're at that lower level. They're like at the 1400
or multiple glasses of wine.
Multiple.
All right, Donald. So if you want to hang out, again, let's go pop it up. Follow the two drunk dudes in a gun room pod 924 on YouTube. And then they also have a Facebook page, which we'll just pop them both up so your eyes go cross-eyed trying to follow one and look at the other. But follow them on Facebook. Go subscribe to their channel. They like to have some fun, do some fun stuff, right? And they're talking to veterans, talking about mental health, just kind of, same thing as us. And man, the more people doing it, the better we can make an impact. So that's why we don't shy away from other podcasts doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And one other thing, I think the biggest thing to think, if you have a veteran that needs help and you're afraid to reach out and talk to them, the biggest thing you can do is talk to them about just everyday normal stuff. Don't worry about what he's upset about. Don't pry into their stuff. Just talk about stuff that will get their mind off of what they're thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
The goal is to keep them thinking about why they should be here for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
Yep.
Absolutely great.
Yep. I want to comment, but I know. Yeah.
You comment?
No, I mean, that's the one thing with my dad committed suicide, about 4 years ago. And that's the conversation that I didn't know that I needed to have with him, because there was way too much stuff just in that year that he should still be here for, regardless of what's happened now. But just that one singular year, that one moment, as they say, that one moment in time, right? Yep. And just not knowing. So again, for us, and talking about, veteran suicide and like I said, dude, just talk. It doesn't even have to be about what you're going through, because half the time they're not going to tell you right off the bat,
Yep. The app that I created has a direct chat to us, and I answer that chat all the time. And half the time we talk about it's just stupid bullshit that is odds and ends stuff. It has nothing related to what they're going through. And it's because that's what they need at the time. They don't need people trying to fix their problems. They just need somebody to help them get their mind off of it until they can get some help.
Yeah. Thanks, Mikey.
Well, Mikey, thanks for subscribing. I do want to say you're much calmer tonight. You guys are on your show. You guys are all like shot out of cannon like Eric most of the time, right? So talk about me.
Talk about me.
Talk about me.
All
right. Again, thank you to Donald Dunn joining us from the Two Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room podcast. We look forward to some synergies with you. You mentioned your app. We got
some
synergies. Some synergies, right? Working together.
SAT word?
I'm a Bengals fan, so I'm all about that synergy field, man.
Oh shit.
Dude, you're gonna get a hell of a right tackle. You guys are going to sign. You guys are going to sign Lusion.
Yeah, I hope so.
From the Niners, like I'm telling you right now, like one of those two dudes are going to be in the stripes.
I love it, Taylor. Connection, compassion, and love.
Hey,
awesome.
Boo Bengals. Steve, you already again just asked her about the prom.
There you go. Hey, Don, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it. And again, if there's anything we can do, let us know. We're here for you guys, and please tag us too in what you got coming up. And I'm a sharing fool. Mikey's always on the keyboard doing some cool shit too for us. And like I said, man, I'm really looking forward to September, dude. I think I could probably put it all together, and I believe that the contagion effect is going on the road, baby.
Well,
road show.
Try to get Tom up there. You and Tom can.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have booths together, man.
If y'all do come up there, then we'll get together and have a meal and a beer or something.
Oh, gee, just down.
I would love to, but this new job, I don't know that I'll get.
Hey,
much
we need someone to be here on the home front to hold down the fort.
Thanks. I'm so excited.
You should.
Anyways, Donald, thank you. If you want to hang out, we can chat for a minute after. It's up to you, unless you need to get going with your night. You know, I know you're a couple hours behind us, so ahead of us. Yeah. Behind ahead. It's all the same, right?
It's only one place.
It's later there.
Yeah.
There you go. It's later there than it is here. Oh, there you go. And they have Scotty and Taylor. See, you're gonna meet everybody.
Okay, man. We're gonna have to get the banner. We're gonna have to redo the banners, and it's gonna be Heroes Talk, powered by Contagion Effect Show.
and Two Dudes in a Gun
and
Room.
Two Dudes in a Gun Show. And Scotty Hastings music. And guitars for vets. And so no, it's all good, man. Hey, it's much love to everybody, man. We appreciate you guys. Hey, thanks for joining us, everyone. You know, we're on a couple different platforms now: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
YouTube,
TikTok in about 3 more days.
Yeah, wait.
More days.
You're not gonna get lives.
You gotta wait a few more days for that one. But we are there.
Content.
Yeah. Hey, and go check out contagioneffectshow.com and go get some of those riding pants. Send us pictures.
Go get
the socks and a mouse pad and all that other good shit before they close their store down because we sold like $10
free things.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna do a new store.
It's all good. Hey, no. Mikey's worked hard. I appreciate you, buddy. I really do appreciate you for everything that you've done. And now that you're back in, back in the world of working and stuff. So, much love from me to you, dude.
Yeah. Donald, thank you very much. Look forward to following your guys' journey as well. So thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Hey, grab a beer and hold on.
Yeah.
Get in the green room.
All right. All right, buddy. That was, I didn't know where you were going there.
Yeah, no,
you got really excited to get at the
well,
end.
we got the wine. We chased the wine with the vodka zip with the energy drink.
I made it last.
No, hey, no. I again, like I said, I appreciate what Paparazzi does, and I appreciate what you do, and this is my therapy, so I do appreciate it. I love it. I know I said appreciate. I'm gonna say appreciate one more time too, just because it's annoying me.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. But no, hey, thanks everyone in the comments. We are, like we said, we opened up the Facebook and go follow, go like, go share. It doesn't take but 2 seconds to share it. And again, if you guys have people that we want to get to, that we should get to, like Carlos, thank you, Carlos. George Ratana, you're on the hot seat, George. I'm gonna send you a message, and we want you to.
And we appreciate you appreciating our appreciation.
I appreciate your appreciation. Yeah. So no, really. Hey, from our house to you, love you guys.
Love you.
Deuces.